Have you ever been curious and wondered what some of the dividends would look like from a seven-figure dividend investor's portfolio? Now, of course, I cannot speak for everyone, but when I first started dividend investing, it brought me a ton of motivation to look online and see dividend investors' numbers, especially those dividend investors that have already been on their journey for a while. I personally got involved in dividend investing in around 2018, so more or less 5 years now. And I was luckily able to jumpstart my dividend investing journey quite a bit because of a business liquidity event that happened shortly after. And because of my business, I was able to make massive deposits into my multiple dividend stock portfolios, which was able to buy me a lot more shares of some of my favorite companies and ETFs for a while now. In this video, we are going to go through and I'm going to show you every single dividend that I was paid out in the month of March 2023. And keep in mind, this is just one of my dividend stock portfolios. This is in fact my largest dividend stock portfolio, but I do have portfolios on other brokerages as well. But let's go ahead and dig into exactly what I was paid out and by what in March of 2023. So this right here is a live picture. This is my actual dividend stock portfolio, and I sorted it from the last month onwards. So as of March 1st, I got a qualified dividend from Intel. INTC paid me $38.33. Now, funny enough, since then, I actually have sold off my Intel position, and I've since redeployed the money into names like SCHD, Devo, and others. The next dividend that I was paid in March, also March 1st, was a qualified dividend from PNW, another relatively small position in my portfolio, but I was paid $40.66 from PNW on March 1st. Also on March 1st, I got paid out from both of my YLD positions. I got paid $137.23 from QYLD, and I got paid $75.50 from XYLD. Now QYLD, I'm actually not down all that much anymore after some significant rebounds in the market. And although as you guys see, the YLDs do not make up the majority of my portfolio, I do like having some income producing assets in this portfolio, which helps me buy more names like SCHD, single stocks, or really anything else. The next ETF that paid me on March 6th I got paid from JEPI, $268.48. JEPI makes up of around 5 to 10% of my overall portfolio, and around $200 to $300 a month of income definitely helps the portfolio grow. On the 6th, I also got paid from JEPQ, which was $29.01. On the 10th, I was paid by UPS, another small position of mine, but what's cool about UPS is that I bought all my UPS shares during the bottom, or almost the bottom, of the 2020 market. So UPS is a single name stock that I'm going to most likely hold forever at this point because my cost basis is so dang low. So on the 10th, I got paid $38.88 from UPS. On the 10th, I also got my Walgreens dividend. Walgreens was a position that I was actually trying to buy a lot more of as of recently, but looking deeper into Walgreens total return and even the dividend safety, it's hard for me to want to deploy more money into something like Walgreens rather than just buying some more SCHD, Realty Income, or other higher quality names out there. And speaking of Realty Income, on the 15th, I got my payment from Realty Income. I do own quite a bit of Realty Income. Across all my portfolios, probably somewhere around $70,000 or $80,000 worth. And I'm looking to buy a lot more sometime soon here. But in March from this portfolio, I was paid $157.54, which is quite a nice monthly dividend payment. Next on the 15th, I also got a dividend payment from HRZN, a $1.10 payment. Not too sure what I'm going to do with that position. I've had it for a while now, and it's just a very small position. Also on the 15th, I got a monthly dividend from Main Street Capital. This is a newer position of mine. I owned Main Street Capital a while back. I sold it off, and I've been buying a little bit more recently. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about Main Street Capital. Not one of my favorite positions, but the total return over the past 5 years is pretty decent, and I might add some more from here. Speaking of monthly payers, Stag Industrial, one of my long-term holdings, $25.48 from Stag. Moving further into the month on the 24th, we have a dividend from NUSI, NUSI, $90.63, which is a pretty decent size. This is also a monthly payer that I've been getting paid for a while now. Next, on the 27th, we have our quarterly SCHD payment, which is up quite a bit from the last payment because I have been gathering more and more SCHD shares. And SCHD is one of my favorite positions. I want to get it bigger. I need to buy more, and I'm going to continue to stack it up. $65.02 from SCHD. Then on March 28th, we got XYLD. March 28th, we got QYLD. And we have a Main Street Capital also. So from those three names, we got $73.80, $138.55, and we have $6.13. On the 29th of March, we have VNQ, the real estate ETF, which I was buying a lot of back in the day. Not really a main priority in my portfolio right now, but $16.94 from VNQ. T-Row, we have $8.54 dividend from T-Row. Another position that makes up a small bit of my portfolio. I might add some more from here, but again, I really want to keep sticking to the SCHD and the other high quality ETFs at this point, because honestly, it's just less headache. Now we move on to the 31st. This is a big payer for me every single month. The 31st is when a lot of the BlackRock funds and just a lot of stocks and ETFs pay out in general. So on the 31st, the first position, which I actually kind of want to add more of right now, is DLR. DLR is another high quality REIT, very high quality if you ask me. And I got $4.88 from DLR. From UTG on the 31st, I got $2.66. SPG, another newer position of mine that I bought, sold, and now I'm bought again recently. Simon Property Group, $27 from them. Another smaller position, but I might add some more if the price is right. Next on the 31st, we got AWP, 40 cents. BUI, we have the BlackRock Utility Fund, $9.44. Then another BlackRock fund, the BST fund. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of it, $125.75. Next up, a small dividend from RQI and BDJ, $93.12 from BDJ. This is a monthly payer that I loaded up on shares of up a while ago, and I've been pretty much just riding out from here. The next few dividends from the 31st was ETJ. We also got EXR. We also have Devo. So out of those, we have $24.26, $25.92, and $152.03. Now, out of all these different stocks and ETFs, I first of all want to ask you guys, is there anything in this list right here that catches your eye? I love to learn from the community, and I love to have any sort of input, obviously. I'm putting myself out there by showing you guys exactly what I'm getting paid in this portfolio, and a lot of people don't do that. The main reason, like I said earlier, that I like to do something like this is because when I was newer into dividend investing, it really motivated me. It showed me what it actually looks like to actually receive dividends from different things. Like, for example, way back in the day, I didn't even really know what it looked like to receive a dividend in a brokerage account. And then, of course, just like I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same, when I received my first dividend, I was absolutely hooked. When I got that first payment from Capital One, I think it was like under $1, my first ever dividend payment, it really had me intrigued, and I knew that this was something that I wanted to do long term. But like I said, make sure to comment down below any of these stocks or ETFs in this list that caught your eye that you're a fan of. And also comment down below anything that you think may be junky or something that you don't like in this portfolio. Again, not all portfolios are created equal, and as dividend investors or just investors in general, we all have different goals. Some people might have more of a conservative income approach goal where you're not really necessarily buying into things to get rich off of, but you just want to have a steady return. Where there's other investors out there, and all power to them, that want to invest in names that are going to make massive compounding returns for them over the long term, and everything else in between. But if you want to see more content like this in the future, make sure to please drop a like in this video and subscribe for more. Thanks as always, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.